She caught her. Oh, and she's locking it the dirt.
All right, guys, we're here for another week of WWE EVOLVE. We're going to go over the matches here. It seemed like the cards are getting more stacked over here on EVOLVE. They're adding a lot more matches now, but we're going to see how it turned out and what the recap was right here at Red Carpet Ring. Stay tuned.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, guys. We're here at the Red Carpet Ring. We'll talk about WWE EVOLVE 2025 Week 5. We'll go over the review, recap of the show. You guys get the likes as we come into the Red Carpet Ring. We're going to go over the matches here. As you guys already know, EVOLVE comes on Wednesday nights on Tubi. So we're going to have some action here. And we actually got some good matches going on. We got a very good stacked card. We got a little more of the talent as usual. And, of course, we got the results here of all the matches that happened because it was a good line of matches. We had a total of 5 matches. And we also had a face-off heading up to next week's matchup. So that's a good thing here. Now, the quick matches that are going to happen, I'm going to discuss. One match that I will talk about, the first match of the night. It will be Brinley Reese versus Zeta Steele. Zeta Steele, this is her first match on EVOLVE. She is the first member of the ID program. We'll talk more about that. Now, the next match we do have after that, it will be one-on-one Keanu Carver versus Lucha Crucifino. I keep getting his name wrong, but you guys know what I mean. One-on-one, they have a match. Then we also have Chantel Moore versus Mason. So we have that match going on too. Another match we have going on, we have Joe Coffey of Gallus versus Harlem Lewis. They go one-on-one. They have a matchup going on. So we will talk about that as well. Next match we got going on, well, I should say, one of the leader. This is the face-off of Danny Palmer versus Callie Armstrong. The two that teamed up on the debut episode. They will have a match next week. They had a face-off going on. And in the main event, of course, we do have Wendy Chu go one-on-one against Kylie Ray. 2 big names for the EVOLVE show. But with that being said, let's go on to the first match of the show. What kicked off EVOLVE? We're talking about Brinley Reese versus Zeta Steele. Now, this was a good match between these two women. Brinley Reese, we know she has to bring energy. She has the strength, the muscle, everything, the power. Zeta Steele has the quickness. She has the heel character in her trying to do whatever she can. There was time that Zeta Steele had got out of the ring and swiped right. They, of course, with her, got back in the ring. Long story short, Brinley Reese, she was able to gain the pinfall victory over Zeta Steele. This makes Brinley look very strong. She is undefeated here on EVOLVE. She won, I think, last week, if not the week before. So she's still looking strong, however. So I'm waiting to see who the next challenge is going to be for Brinley Reese when she comes on EVOLVE. And we know that also Swipe Right came in and escorted Zeta Steele out of the ring. So we know that as well. But other than that, though, this is a good way to kick off the show. And Zeta Steele, we'll see what's next for her as things going on for her because, she's been a main attraction. She's been talking a lot. She's been saying she never got a match. The first woman of the WWID program. But let's continue on. Let's see what else is going on. Now, we do have, good moments for Brinley Reese. So I'm still waiting to see, what's more in store for her. And then we do also know we have that new championship coming up as well for the men's and women's division on EVOLVE. I wonder, Brinley Reese, is she going to be one of the women that'll be the main contender or maybe the woman to win that championship? Whenever they unveil that title for EVOLVE, I know her name will be somewhere in the mix because she is one of the women undefeated on the show. But you know what? Let's move on to the next match. Next match we'll talk about is Keanu Carver versus Lucha Crucifino. Now, I know Lucha, he looked good in this match. I would say he was smooth. He had a good running back elbow. He had a near fall. You know, he had some good. He had a good Samoan drop and a lawbreaker. And then in a running knee, but it was a near fall. Keanu Carver just came back. He kept pouncing him. He did everything. And that was a pinfall victory for him. Next match we'll talk about is Harlem Lewis versus Joe Coffey. Both of these men, you know, they look good. You know, Joe Coffey has some good advantage going on in the match. I did see Joe Coffey. He had a good flying shoulder tackle. He had a good double jump crossbody. He had a near fall. Now, with that said, we thought that Joe Coffey was going to put away Harlem Lewis early, but he did not put him away early. Unfortunately, Harlem Lewis just kept going. And this was actually a co-main event, actually. But we'll talk more other matches. They both worked on each other's arms throughout the match. Not just Joe Coffey, but Harlem Lewis worked on Joe's arm as well. And I know that Joe Coffey had hit a good back suplex that kept both of them down for a while. But like I said, Joe, he tried everything. I mean, he had forearm strikes, everything. It's too much to keep Harlem Lewis down. He's a big dude. I mean, but other than that, both these guys, they did definitely sold everything very well, I would say, on that end. But, you know, despite everything Joe did, it was Harlem Lewis that defeated Joe Coffey. Now let's move on to the face-off between Danny Palmer and Kelly Armstrong. Danny Palmer apologized for accidentally hitting, Kelly Armstrong with them losing the debut episode. Kelly Armstrong's not trying to hear that. And then she said, she can't wait to see in the ring. They both can't wait to see each other. And then I liked here, this had a very good promo here. Actually one of the best promos of the night on Evolve. You know, Danny Palmer said, you can't write, your skills can't write, now you can cash. But Kelly said other things otherwise.
Your mouth is writing checks, your skills can't cash. It ain't even the 90s no more. Don't nobody write checks.
Another match we had here, we had Chantel Moore, always looking nice. That's her whole gimmick. Always got to make sure she looks good for whatever match she has. But also, she had a match one-on-one against Mason Holiday. I think I said Mace, but I said her whole name. But Mason Holiday. This was actually a good, similar matchup for both these women. Now, we've seen Chantel Monroe in the ring before. We've seen that. And we've seen Mason have a match before, too. But this will be the first time both of these women face each other one-on-one here on Evolve. Now, like I said, it seemed like an evenly matchup. Chantel, she definitely, she's witty. She works on Mason's arm. I will say that. I also, Mason definitely, was going for some arm drags on Chantel. Now, Mason is obviously got the size advantage between both women, but the quickness to Chantel to get on her feet, she definitely has that working to her advantage. But other than that, though, that was the end of that match, and it will end up Chantel Moore defeating Mason Holiday. But let's move on to the main event here. Was a part of the co-main event, which is Kylie Rae versus Wendy Choo. Now, with Kylie Rae and, of course, Wendy Choo, these two definitely went at it. Now, this was going on for weeks with Wendy Choo taunting Kylie Rae, giving her a teddy bear and everything. But other than that, though, these two women definitely had some settle here, and I'm glad they did. And, of course, it started off with Kylie coming out first. She had a leg lock around the neck. It was a good reversals. I know Wendy crawled and chased Kylie around, but also Kylie had some good moments. She had a drop kick. I know that Wendy had got Kylie's neck at the top rope. Wendy was just being very strategic. Kylie had got a lock in, got the cross face on Wendy. Now, we thought that at this point, Kylie had the match in the bag. It seemed like Kylie was on. She had the momentum going on for her, and everything was working well. It seemed like the match was won, and it was about to be over, and Kylie Rae was going to finally overcome, because she had told Wendy Choo, I'm not scared of you, Wendy, and then she kicked her, then put that crossbar in. But it seemed like I said, everything was working well, because she had a lot of good momentum before the match and for weeks and weeks and weeks. But other than that, though, it seemed like that was not enough. And end up Wendy Chu getting the victory. She ended up getting the victory by tapping out Kylie Ray, having her pass out. And that was the end of Evolve. Like I said, good match here. Good show overall, though. I like how they all put the work in, all of their talent here. But other than that, though, I would grade this show for Evolve. I would give this show a very good, I would say a good 4 out of 5. Not a bad show. You know, they definitely put more matches on the card. We're seeing more people each week, and then we're seeing people that, more people having more than just one match on Evolve. So you guys let me know what you think of Evolve. Check it out on Tubi. But that's all I have for WWE Evolve 2025 Week 5. Check out the content here, Red Carpet Ring. Until then, guys, you already know what it is. It's OUT.